And Jesus said, "Where there are three gods, they are gods. Where there are two or one, I am with that one. And where there are rulers, they will not have power over the one who is with me." The Gospel of Thomas, saying 30. Friends, I'd like to tell you a short inspirational story based on those words from Christ. Willow Creek was the kind of town where everyone knew everyone else's business. A single traffic light, a few mom and pop shops, and Main Street as its quiet backbone. Among those shops sat Evelyn's Café, a place where the scent of bacon, biscuits, and hot coffee made even the coldest mornings feel warm. One morning, as the sun rose over the frost-tipped fields, the cafe filled with its usual crowd. Farmers stopped in for coffee, truck drivers grabbed breakfast before hitting the road, and teenagers lingered with donuts before the school bell. But this morning had a different air. At the corner booth, three men sat in suits: the county commissioner, the town banker, and the president of the Chamber of Commerce. They leaned close, voices hushed but sharp. They spoke of land deals, ordinances, and money, who had influence and who didn't. They carried themselves like men used to being obeyed. Across the cafe, near the window, sat Jacob, a mechanic known for his grease-stained hands, his ailing mother at home, and his quiet way of bowing his head before every meal. He wasn't wealthy, powerful, or important in anyone's eyes but God's. As Jacob whispered a prayer over his steaming mug of coffee, Evelyn approached with the coffee pot. She topped off his cup, then placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "You know, Jacob," she said softly, "Jesus promised that where there is just one, he is with that one. And where there are rulers, they will not have power over the one who is with him." Jacob looked up, startled. "Why tell me that?" "Because I can feel his presence sitting beside you," she said with a knowing smile. Her words sank deep. Suddenly, Jacob's burdens, the bills stacking on his table, the worry about his mother's medicine, the quiet loneliness of his nights, felt lighter. The suits in the corner might talk about control, about rules, about who mattered most in Willow Creek, but Jacob realized something they couldn't buy or bargain for. Jesus himself was with him. The three men kept speaking of authority and progress, but their voices faded into the background. Jacob finished his coffee with a steady heart, stood and walked out into the cold morning with quiet strength. And friends, in small-town Willow Creek, Jesus' words came alive. Titles and rulers may claim power, but they cannot rule over the one who walks with him. Even if you are just one person in a world that prizes influence and numbers, Jesus says, "I am with that one." The truth is simple, yet life-changing. You are never outnumbered when Christ is with you. Worldly power has no grip on the peace he gives, and the presence of Jesus in one life outweighs the influence of many rulers. God bless you, my friends. Have a beautiful day.